Hi everyone, I am Rahmi. This time I will tell you about the history of Indonesia. This time we specifically present material about RengasDengklok and what happened to the RengasDengklok incident. The RengasDengklok incident was the kidnapping incident of Sukarno and Hatta, which occurred on August 16, 1945. This incident began with the surrender of Japan to the Allies on August 14, 1945. Jakarta was like a no-man's city. Japan was in an awkward position, while the Republic had not yet been established. Saying this condition, the young group, led by Khairul Saleh, held a meeting in one of the rooms of the Bacteriology Institute on Jalan Pegangsaan Timur, Jakarta, on the night of August 15, 1945. The outcome of the meeting was that the Yale would urge Sukarno and Hatta as soon as possible, without the interference of the PPKI, which was a Japanese organization. August 15, 1945. Young group argues old group. Sukarno and Hatta did not agree with the Yale insistence. There was a difference of opinion between the old and young groups regarding the implementation of the Proclamation of Independence. On August 15, 1945, at approximately 22 p.m., the youth came to Sukarno House at Jalan Pegangsaan Timur number 56. We cannot threaten it, Sukarno. If Pung does not issue an announcement tonight, it will result in bloodshed and massive killings tomorrow. Hatta, who was present at the meeting, also spoke. Japan is in the past. We now have to face the Netherlands, who will try to become masters again in our country. If you do not agree with what I have said, and think that you are ready and able to proclaim independence, why don't you proclaim it yourself? Why ask Sukarno to do that? He asked. The debate was stuck and deadlocked. In the end, Sukarno could not decide on his own and entered into negotiations with other figures such as Muhammad Hatta, Subarjo, Iwakusumo Masomantri, Jojo Pranoto, and Sudiro. Not long after, Hatta conveyed a decision that they would reject the Yale proposal and the grounds that the more careful calculation was needed and that there would be a lot of loss of life and property. 16 August 1945. Sukarno and Hatta were kidnapped at RengasDengklok. The youth who were dissatisfied with Hatta's answer returned to headquarters and prepared a new plan, kidnapping Sukarno and Hatta to RengasDengklok. At 4 a.m. in the morning after sahur, on 16 August 1945, youths led by Sudanshu Singhi came to Sukarno residence asking Sukarno and Hatta to follow the wishes of the youth to be taken to RengasDengklok, Karawang. The disappearance of Sukarno and Hatta made Jakarta panic. Moreover, On the day there was the first PPKI meeting, Subarjo, who had attended the debate the night before between the young and old groups, tried to find Sukarno. He toured several locations, including the Japanese headquarters, but was not there. He was suspicious of the youth behind the disappearance of Sukarno and Hatta. Immediately, he connected with Kana. From Wikana, Subarjo received information Sukarno and Hatta were being held captive in RengasDengklok. That same morning, Subarjo headed to RengasDengklok. The youth were adamant that they would not let Sukarno Hatta go unless there was a guarantee of independence, Subarjo said. If the proclamation is not carried out, I am ready to be shot dead. After being held captive for almost a day, at 10 o'clock in the evening, Sukarno and Hatta arrived in Jakarta and immediately held a meeting at the house of Admiral Tadashi Maeda. After going through the bath, the text of the proclamation was finally complete at dawn. Initially, the proclamation was to be held at the Ikada field, but due to security considerations, it was decided to read it at Sukarno House, Jalan Helda Timur 56. August 17, 1945, Proclamation of Independence. At around 10 a.m. on Friday, August 17, 1945, Sukarno left the house. Outside, about 100 people were already waiting with mixed feelings. With an authoritative tone, Sukarno said, "So, last night we held deliberations with prominent Indonesian people from all over Indonesia. The deliberations were unanimously of the opinion that now has come the time to declare of independence. Brethren, we hereby declare the determination listened to our proclamation." That's the history of Indonesia about Rengas Dengklok. For other Indonesian history, you can subscribe to this YouTube account. See you next time, guys!